All right, we'll begin with some breaking national news we've been telling you about for the last 20 minutes. Reports of a shooting at a FedEx facility in Kennesaw, Georgia, which is a suburb of Atlanta.
Here's what we know right now. Authorities are searching for the shooter or possible shooters. As you can see from this video, Justin, police have surrounded the area looking for those involved. The Fox station out of Atlanta is reporting that 6 people have been taken to the local hospital there. Their injuries range from minor to serious. No word on the circumstances surrounding the shooting at this time, but we will continue to closely follow the situation and bring you the very latest as we learn it.
All right, back here in Albuquerque, folks are chomping at the bit with a whole lot to say about Albuquerque's police departments.
Yeah, they'll have another chance tonight at the Palo Duro Senior Center. That is where our News 13's Samantha McDonald is live right now with a preview. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Elizabeth. If it's anything like last night, this senior center could be packed with community members who once again will speak out about what needs to be done with APD.
That's the only way out of this, the real way.
Last night, the first of 3 meetings was held, and many showed up eager to vent. It was standing room only. The feds found themselves taking questions and trying to keep the meeting focused on the future of APD. Many called for consequences for officers in controversial cases, including the one where Mike Gomez's unarmed son was shot and killed by APD.
They will prosecute. I have the faith that they are going to indict some officers. They will indict them. But it's just, they got to do one step at a time.
Lots of community leaders showed up, city councilors and state senators, but many people were asking for the police chief and the mayor. No word yet if they will be here tonight. Back to you.
All right, Samantha, thank you. The DOJ has scheduled 2 more public meetings. As mentioned, the meeting tonight is from 5 to 7 at the Palo Duro Senior Center. Tomorrow night's meeting also is at the same time, but it is at the Cesar Chavez Community Center, which is at 7505 Catherine. Count on KRQE both on air and online for full coverage of the DOJ community meetings on the APD reforms. For more information, you can always log on to our website, krqe.com, and click on links. There is a memorial service tonight for Mary Hawks. She's the 19-year-old suspected car thief who was shot to death by APD officer Jeremy Deere last Monday. The people are planning the memorial are also planning to create a talking circle and a balloon release after this evening's memorial.
We've been telling you how the Lobo star running back is now facing charges in the violent gang rape of another student at UNM. Now we have learned one of the team's defensive starters is now being investigated. UNM police haven't officially named Saquon Edwards as the 3rd man they say is involved in the rape from 2 weeks ago. But we got a hold of a search warrant, and it shows police have good reason to think it is him. The search warrant shows UNM police getting DNA samples from Edwards. Head football coach Bob Davie here says he cannot talk about any of this specifically, but he did send us a statement saying, and I quote, "We are continuing to monitor the situation and cooperate fully. We encourage anyone with information to call the UNM police hotline." As we've mentioned before, running back Crusoe Gongbe and former student Ryan Ruff have already been arrested and charged in the case. They are now both out of jail.
Former New Mexico public education official is facing up to 10 years in prison. He's accused of taking bribes from an online tutoring company, which falsified student tests, according to investigators. In 2010, Illinois-based Barrage Net School was the only company authorized to provide tutoring to low-income students in need in every New Mexico school district. According to a federal indictment, the company's leaders bribed Art Martinez, who was an administrator with the New Mexico Public Education Department then, with cash, meals, and strip club visits in exchange for steering business toward them and another tutoring firm with the same owners. The indictment says neither company ever tested students and created fake results instead. Martinez resigned in 2013 after being put on suspension.
Coming up on 6:05 this morning, Bernalillo County Sheriff's detectives are investigating more than a dozen cases and counting of a man. This man, they say, has been defrauding people who are looking to spruce up their homes. On special assignment, we introduce you to 2 families that say they were taken for thousands of dollars by a man they invited into their homes. Gary Mares was a subcontractor for a reputable landscaping company in Duke City. But detectives say Mares was asking customers to write checks with his name on it instead of the company's, and then he was pocketing the money.
He presented himself as a co-owner, which was believable enough at the time, and said, just make the check out to me.
The company's owner did not know about this, neither did the people writing the checks. We uncovered Mr. Mades has quite the past with a long history of fraud, embezzlement, and contracting without a license here in New Mexico. So the question this morning, will Mades be facing any criminal charges? Well, you can watch the full report anytime at KRQE.com to find out, or check it out tonight at 9 o'clock on Tu Casa. Sadly, at least 29 people are dead from the severe storms that have been pummeling the South and the Midwest. That's a path of destruction from a tornado. It's about a half-mile wide. That's I-40 there in Arkansas. At least 16 people died here with this storm. Semis were overturned. A number of cars were destroyed. The storms also flattened homes and businesses. Omar Villafranca has more from Mayflower, Arkansas.
A fast-moving tornado ripped apart homes in Limestone County, Alabama Monday. It was part of a severe weather system that's leaving a path of destruction through the South.
It's moving to the right.
This video shows a twister that touched down in Tupelo, Mississippi, damaging hundreds of homes and businesses. Emergency workers in parts of the state are assessing the damage and warning people in the community to be safe.
If you can stay home, stay home. Please don't be out looking and trying to see what's going on. It's a mess.
The National Weather Service says a tornado that hit here in Mayflower, Arkansas, and in nearby Valonia on Sunday likely had winds greater than 136 miles per hour. It flattened entire neighborhoods. These aerial images show the scale of damage in both towns. Nick Naylor helped rescue a little girl who was thrown at least 50 feet from her Mayflower home, and he continued to help look for others.
I mean, it was just one of those deals that we had to go from one to the next and try to help the ones that could be helped.
In Valonia, people are trying to pick up the pieces despite losing their homes. This woman thanked crews who helped her salvage pictures of loved ones.
Memories that I can actually put my hands on.
Omar Villafranca, CBS News, Mayflower, Arkansas.
And it's not done yet. Georgia could be the next to get these devastating storms. As that system moves east today, Florida and the Carolinas could also see some severe weather.